was kind of reminiscent of what Hard Legion had to play against Aves in the AGF match in the first map. In their convincing manner, the second one was relatively close between the two teams. Secret managed to pull that one through, and of course, third one, again, pretty great showing there from the side of AGF, mopping the floor with the opposition, and now, because of it, secured a spot in the semis.
It's going to be a tough game as well. I think looking at the veto that we've got here available today, there's some very interesting maps in the sort of field that we'll get to look at as well. Not going to be seeing that sort of map of Mirage for for Hard Legion this time, just for the fact that AGF don't play it. But we have Overpass picked by Hard Legion. Again, very solid map that we saw yesterday in their best of 3. Inferno selected by AGF. Pretty common, one of their better maps in the pool, leaving Dust 2 as that third and final map.
I mean, this is the exact same maps they've played when they faced off each other in the 7th season of Lootbed. This is, except that it's a little bit different now that previously it was AGF, they got to pick Inferno, Hard Legion went for Dust 2, then we have the third map of Overpass. Now, of course, we're going to be having Overpass instantly here. Maybe this is a confidence pick coming in from Hard Legion, considering they had a great show against a team like Aves. And of course, last time around, the two teams faced off in Inferno. AGF did manage to snatch that win, so clearly they think they can do it again here. And when it comes down to that third map of Dust 2, that's where things do get interesting.
There's a very close, again, air about this series, and the fact that, again, we saw both games yesterday go, like you say, pretty much replica 2-1s in terms of how easy the first map was, how close the middle map was, and again, how quick the sort of third map did culminate. It's very interesting that these two teams now sort of join together and come to this best of 3, because of course, the winner of this one gets that spot into the grand final. So, you know, we know it's going to be a scrappy game. We know it's going to be high energy, and again, like you say, I'm definitely thinking that Hard Legion, based on yesterday's performance, have drafted in Overpass as that pick. Like you say, just to be more comfortable in terms of getting the series underway, because we know that, you know, AGF are a side that in many of their best of 3s, much like Hard Legion, we never really see them closing out quite a convincing 2-0. If they get a 2-0, it's mostly close matches, but the majority of their best of 3s, they do go to 3 maps. AGF, you know, we've seen that with Secret yesterday. We've seen that with the sort of runs that they've had along the way in the group stage as well. A lot of their games, they either lose 2-0 or it's a 3-map endeavor, maybe getting the win out of it. And it's pretty much the same for Hard Legion. You know, they've not got, I wouldn't say the skill to close out a 2-0, but there is aspects of this side, like the team composure, that definitely does take a hit. 3 maps is pretty much common for Hard Legion. I feel like we should be seeing all 3 in this one as well.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assumption. Especially that AGF, they're a roster that at times they will be looking incredibly solid, yet the way that this roster is composed in particular, that open fifth door policy where you can have players like Daffy stepping in, you obviously had Christo as well joining the lineup. At one point you did have Netric playing some of the games, so I'm very surprised that considering there had been, you know, some roster changes here and there, AGF was still in a position to secure the spot in the semifinals. Again, considering that they've been always changing up these players, I mean, this is something you don't get to see too often.
I think especially now that sort of we've seen a lot more of a rotational style of squad out of, you know, let's say maybe the top tier, but now that it's sort of filtering down, yeah, especially with sort of AGF transition period, they almost sort of had to swap 2 players rather than just the 1, essentially, because Daffy obviously is that sort of 5th rotation. They sort of openly admit that, but then they also, obviously, when Christo's loan expired from North, pretty much put him straight back into the squad. So that sort of week or so transition period, they were actually putting in sort of 2 new players or 2 returning players rather than just the 1. But like you say, yes, still able to output a very high sort of skill level to make it through the best of 3s. And they actually looked, I'd say, even more convincing. It took Christo maybe a couple of days, but his AWP is now up to a very solid standard again. And yeah, Daffy in this Netric sort of rotation is very interesting to say that, you know, a squad like, you know, let's look at Astralis, for example. Out of the top 10 now, they've swapped their players, you know, the rotations happened nowhere near as consistent, as talented, let's say, as they looked before the changes. But AGF, you know, despite even 2 players and now a single rotation player, they're still able to look very good in these online best of 3s.
Yeah, and I mean, the bigger problem, I'd say, if we were to touch on Astralis a little bit, is that, you know, the change-ups they've made was getting lackluster players. I don't really have a better word of saying it. You know, the players they bring in instead of, you know, having some great individuals like Glaive. You got Yugi. I mean,
right?
and not to say anything bad about Yugi, but he's not the best player in that team whatsoever. I mean, with the name caliber out there in Astralis, they definitely didn't get the best bunch out there. I'm interested to see how, you know, the S attack pickup works out. I mean, that seems to be pretty interesting, and maybe potentially there could be a scenario with now Kirby leaving North. Maybe there's the potential that he might rejoin this Astralis core. I mean, geez, this roster of Astralis, I mean, it definitely has an open door policy currently, the way they've been changing up the players. But yeah, definitely this sort of scenario where you have to change the core of the individuals with some two new fresh faces. It definitely puts some burden on the remaining core, because now you have to reintroduce those players to a new system, to a new game plan, and a new entirely system maybe of communication. And for a team like in the lower caliber of CS, like here for a team like AGF, it probably doesn't affect them that much. Probably slogging a player like Christo or players like Dafu is a little bit easier than slotting into a team like Astralis.
Oh, for certain, yeah. There's probably a lot more leniency in this sort of squad as well. But yeah, I don't think anybody in the Danish scene is sort of safe right now. I think with the way, like, even the top tier and the sort of second tier of Danish Counter-Strike is right now, we know there's rumors of Copenhagen Flames building a new squad. I know that teams like Lyngby Vikings, Ambush, even AGF, you know, these players maybe after the player break will not be in the same team for a sweet minute. I know that Copenhagen Flames are looking to pick and sort of just, you know, pick these squads apart and just take out their best pieces and form a new squad like they did with the previous roster. So yeah, it seems like there is going to be a Danish sort of shuffle around all the tiers, which is very interesting. I feel like this is one of the sort of highlights. I think since Copenhagen Flames sort of sold their roster, now they've got a free, you know, team. Nobody is safe in this sort of tier, so it might be one of the last times that we do see these sort of teams like AGF and Ambush and such actually as they are right now. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. And this one, I think the fact that we start on Overpass in terms of AGF, you know, it's a pretty similar map win percentage. There's not too much in it, but the fact that Hard Legion do play much more maps, I mean, we said this yesterday, they have like 27, 28 maps across on the last 3 months played on Overpass. So the fact that they still have a positive win percentage, like 50-something percent, does just show that they are quite the convincing team on this map. You know, it's pretty much half and half, but to play 28 maps and win 14 of them, that's, you know, a very, very good number compared to AGF's things like 42%. So, you know, they can still play the map. There's always a chance, but Hard Legion, I think on Overpass, definitely the more consistent side. I don't think we'll see AGF really start to grab a victory out of this series until we get onto Inferno.
Yeah, I think this is where you can look at some of the win percentages of these two teams. They're relatively close on the maps. I mean, there really isn't something like 70 for one and 30 for the other. No, it is relatively close across the board. The one big difference, I guess you could say, is the fact that a team like AGF, 65% win rate on a map like Inferno, Hard Legion, just the 42. That's probably the only biggest difference. But apart from that, yeah, the map pools are looking incredibly tight for these two teams. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And of course, we also do have the knife runner route already going on there. And it looks like the players here of AGF will probably come out on top of it. And if that is the case, CD side, what's the better way to start than on the CD side of Overpass?
Oh, 100%. I think with the way that Hard Legion absolutely bodied Aves yesterday, I think, you know, AGF, they've got to start picking rounds up nice and early on that CT side just to be able to, I wouldn't say survive, but definitely make this map competitive. With the fact that Hard Legion pass, where it's one of the very balanced maps, sort of in the pool in terms of the CTs don't have a massive advantage. The Ts, you know, it's going to take momentum to build up here. It is scary that Hard Legion, you know, had such a one-sided result. But yeah, they take the knife round. They look to start CT side. I think that's the best position for them. But facing off against a side like Hard Legion, one thing that they can really take into account is the fact that when it comes down to these playoff games, when they, you know what they've got to do in this squad, they can definitely rise to the occasion. They've been on majors. They know what the playoffs feel like. They know what these high caliber games, you know, entail. So we'll see what they can do. But it's going to be AGF that I think, for me in this series, I wouldn't say got some proving to do, but they've definitely got to outclass Hard Legion.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy here in the online era of Counter-Strike when people are sipping their Cokes and Pepsis. Definitely makes life a little bit harder for, teams that are supposed to be the top dog. It should be able to come out on top. We have been seeing time and time again the underdog prevailing in some of these best of threes, maybe winning a map or eventually winning the series. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin the day with our very first semifinal of the day. It is going to be Hard Legion versus AGF, and we can see that the players of Hard Legion already putting a lot of emphasis on monster control, but not pushing through just yet, whereas the bomb carrier, on the other hand, is moving closer to Fountain.
Yeah, this is a very interesting pistol start for Hard Legion. Surprising, actually, that they do send sort of not a lonely bomb carrier, but definitely splitting default rather than leaving the bomb at the back of T-spawn. But it seems like Hard Legion will be wanting to commit to this B side. Dafu trying to work out the information early. See if he can find anything for Hard Legion on the way through, but it is going to be a commit down to the B side already. Krad already pushing himself deep. TMB still on short, yet to actually notice right now is AGF stacking this CT position. They're ratted out still. TMB finds the first. Oh, but 4 kills come in, leaving Dafu isolated into the 1-on-2. And Hard Legion, very rapid closure of the pistol round. 4 kills in quick succession. And they'll start good on this T side with a pistol.
That's just the difficult nature of trying to clear out water here on the B-bomb side. Once Hard Legion have players on the side itself and they have individuals in water, they have almost a perfect crossbar to try and counter anyone making their way out of graffiti. Really good stuff here for the side of Hard Legion. And of course, if you're AGF, second round force spin the CD side of Overpass. That's what you like to see.
Could definitely do some deadly damage. Kinky, though, he'll say no to that one. Already takes out 2 of these players. The scout is at least retrievable. MP9 there for Lukey as well. So they've got a couple pieces of weaponry to see if they can deal some damage here. But Hard Legion so far so good. Flashbang into toilets. Frost left sitting on the long angle rather than short. Not yet spotted. Brad able to make it across nice and safe, although might walk into a bit of trouble here. Yeah, definitely spots out the man now. With the rest of Hard Legion, you can see with the way that this is going, just a very sort of calm and methodical approach to this sort of round. They know that AGF have forced up. It's always, the second round of a map is, or of a half, is the most unsafe round in Hard Legion. With the way they're moving right now, they definitely know that. Committing as a unit down to the B side, they'll be able to walk in for free and eventually should be their round, but good to see them actually taking this super seriously right from the start.
Absolutely, and it also helps that they win the initial 2 engagements, even though players like Forrester and Kinky have been softened up by the scouts. It wasn't lethal. And so as the bomb plant will now take place on the B side, the round is over. AGF will prompt to save the weaponry, keep it for the next round, as even this MP9, or the Frostlev's Deagle, or Christo's Scout could still come in play. Lukey looks like he's not going to give up his position just yet. Going to linger around here at the B-bomb site, hoping to find a few kills here or there, extra damage in the economy of Hard Legion, or even a better weapon. So yeah, so that's the game plan here for some of the AGF players. But yes, that's a 2-0 start here for the side of HL. It's never easy on these second round investments. As you've said, they can go either way, and this one's pretty obvious. It's going to go in favor of the T side.
Good clean start here out of Hard Legion. Couple weapons saved by AGF. They'll be put into the further eco round. Rage just about gets the kill, loses his life. The AK luckily retrieved by Swyatt though, so they won't lose too much firepower. T-side, as we know as well, pretty solid for generating that sort of early round economy. Feel already that they've got sort of 3,000, 2,000 stacked in the bank before the reinvestment, so by the time that they clean up this eco round, they'll be nice and secure for the first CT buy round. But fairly standard eco round to come. They do have Christo on that scout, of course. We'll see if he can pick any heads off with this one, but again, Hard Legion just not wanting to present that sort of opportunity to AGF. Although with the A long stack right here, They do have a couple flashbangs in the midst. Solo TMB, good return. Brad finding all three. Good dealing of the situation. Already closing out the eco round for Hard Legion. And that will be a nice 3-0 start. Do lose a single man, but again, in a full eco round like this, they won't be getting away with too much. Only a Mac 10 lost. And Hard Legion off to a confident beginning. 3-0 here on this T side before the first bye.
That's very good. It's never easy to get that conversion after the pistol round, not to mention even this third round could be difficult for some teams, but clearly not for Hard Legion. Molotov chucked in for good measure, and there we go. There's the wrap round here in long. Frost will be going down any second, and in fact, he's dead. 3-0 start here for Hard Legion. That's what you're looking for. Even if the second round wasn't as clean, at least the third one was, semi-clean. And I'm losing one player, but it was crowded with the Mac 10, so it's not the biggest of losses. So AGF, they will now have plenty of money to invest, and the investment is looking solid.
Good to see that AWP out nice and early. Both sides actually picking it up. Rage on Vertigo that we saw yesterday. Was it Vertigo? No. Brain. Either way, Rage had a very instrumental sort of part that he played in the series for Hard Legion. He sort of...
Yeah, it was on Vertigo.
No, it was Vertigo, yeah. Yeah, he started to really pop up on Vertigo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And here, speaking of popping off, Hard Legion so quick on the B-bomb side. TMB. Nice frag being picked up here. Forrester eliminates him. And that's the problem. The B-bomb side has fallen way too early.
Pretty much going to counter the save already. Hard Legion, you can tell they might even go aggro to try and push out some of these players, deny the weapon saves. Nevertheless, does not change the fact that right now Hard Legion starting off nice and clean here. 4-0 looking likely. Kinky already sent to hunt down these final players. Frostlef will be holding a fairly standard angle, but it all depends on the timing, and Kinky gets away with Frostlef. Already opens things up nice and easy. With Christo, last man alive, loses that AWP. Rough start for AGF, a real headache to begin. Once again, put down onto another eco will be the T side that most likely takes a 5-0 start already into the first map of this semi-final.
Oh, this is wonderful for Hard Legion, and that change of pace as well. You can see that the players of AGF didn't expect that to happen. They were thinking, right, this is the real gun round. This is where Hard Legion going to slow things down to a crawl. I might actually see the early boost up there to try and get the spot in heaven, but not the case, it seems like. Hard Legion, though, connector presence, always scary in a round like this because you were expecting the pistols to come out, and the connector is just the perfect position for those close quarters engagements.
Yeah, these pistol rounds can always do sort of, they don't sit right with me with how powerful that these can be, but Hard Legion, so far, very methodical to start off this map overall. It's been very, very concise, although Swyatt just about makes it out alive. Brad spotting out at least a shoulder and connect the three players now dispersing. Just making sure that they won't be sticking around to lose their life. Hard Legion realize now if they have just bolted out of this con position that B-site is probably clearer than expected. Forrester does take a bit of an early warning shot. With still 40 seconds on the clock, I would not count AGF out just yet, because right now, damage being done considerably. Frostlef, give them an AK to play with and they will make a serious change in the round. There's a flank already on the cards. Oh, this round slipping away. Health is low, but they do have the AWP. Tap onto the bomb, but a good return by Frostlef. 10-second defuse has to be made. Dafu. I'm ticking, holding the line. They're going to get the defuse no matter what at this point. 10 seconds stuck, and AGF, they swipe their first round on an eco.
Oh, that's peculiar that SWAT didn't even want to take that engagement. I'm certain that he's going to try to go for it, but maybe he thought that the player on the other end is just sticking, trying to fake him out, trying to peek him out. But course, that 10-second defuse, once it comes in, well, it does go in favor of AGF, and what a round to win on the back of pistols. Not the sort of round you expect to lose if you're Hard Legion, but it's a perfect start for AGF. That's going to give them loads of money this round, and already double off setup it is. Cristo, though, he's softened up by the HE grenade, but this will not affect his performance. He's still very much alive here in the server, and can still dish out damage.
Hold by TNV, yeah, gets away with the freebie. That angle always pertaining to a CT-sided player. Cristo runs into a bit of difficulty though. Darts through the connector smoke, that will not work out. Dafu takes a big chunk of damage as well here, dropped down to 22, so the 4v4 actually looking fairly balanced here at this point. Hard Legion, they've worked out as well that this A bomb site might be the cleaner approach right here, as DMB will make a little bit of a late rotate. They've got the long control, at least in the form of Frost left, but with short completely ignored by the CT side, that just allows Hard Legion already push themselves right up close to this early entrance to the bomb site with the bank and garbage smokes down. Frost left will have to be drafted in for that rotation. TMB has an angle to play with. Gets a hell of a lot of damage done, actually. But as that bomb does go down, 4-on-4 for the retake.
Ooh, the retake is definitely on, though. Positioning of Frost is key. I don't think they're going to be aware of it. Oh, actually, SWAT is over the angle just in case, and it's perfect. This means that AGF's chance at the retake are not looking good whatsoever. So much so, in fact, after the death of Frost left, they're just to back away. Uh-oh, look at Kinky. He's going in for the hunt. He's looking for the players, though. You have another individual in the form of TMB that's just lingering around here. Kinky looking for the frags right now. TMB sticking the defuse. Oh, no! He's going to get caught out, though. Nice attempt from TMB, but not going to win him the round.
That could have been so good if Hard Legion were fully committed to hunting those players. He could have had the ninja, but, well, fortunately for Hard Legion, they at least had a man sticking around. AGF will get themselves a further rebuy. AWP definitely quite comfortably afforded. Just spotted, though, that's sort of going into the 7th round here. Both Cristo and Lukey yet to put a kill on the board here on the CT side, and that's scary to say that the fact that in these sort of previous couple of games that we've watched from AGF, we've sort of both highlighted Lukey as one of the standout players of AGF, so a very quiet beginning for the CT side overall at this point, but seeming some individuals just not getting the best of starts here. I know it's early, but you've got to be kicking things off right from the bat, or else, like Hard Legion, they'll start making this sort of scoreline where it's 5-1, chance of breaking the economy if they win this round. The CT side could get a whole lot worse if they're not careful. So it is time for AGF to turn up. They've got everything required in this round. They've just got to make a victory.
Alongside Lukey, I mean, players like TMB and Frost have also shown great potential on the side of AGF. These early days here in the first half, and it's quite satisfying to know that Cristo has yet to acquire a single kill. TMB, though, this is what you want to see in situations like this. You've lost the first player. You got to try and do something uncommon. TMB, though, but he spotted out the player there. I love the fact that he moves so silently here, not making a single peep. Whereas Hard Legion, on the other hand, they are making a lot of noise towards the A-bomb site, but a team like AGF cannot be 100% sure this is the final destination, even though they do see the smokes being deployed, and in 20 seconds, the commitment needs to come in.
This is going to be a very difficult round here for Hard Legion. They've got to fully dedicate to this site. Dafu, good returns. Forrester the same, though. Crad falls. Back to a 2-on-2. Somehow the bomb plant. No, it's good enough. The shots warn him off the plant. Oh, AGF, that is perfect. They even deny rage after time. Oh, it could not get worse. Hard Legion. Bit of a rough round for them there, but Dafu doing a lot of the work, picking up sort of 2, even 3 kills there onto Crad as well. Does enough to even, Forrester could have committed to the plant right there, but warned off by the FAMAS bullets, and Yeah, that's perfect out of AGF. Second on the board for them. Sure, Hard Legion, they do get themselves a rebuy, but a very confident round out of the CT side.
Oh, it's great. Some of the rounds AGF have been winning are these sort of rounds where it's close, it's neck and neck, it's 2v2, but you're managing to convert these sort of rounds, you should be in a prime position to win even a round like this with maybe 3 or 4 players surviving. Good start though. Rage has been softened up quite a bit. Crad though spots that Frost retreating. Throws in the grenade for good measure, but as we can see, there's still the players of AGF. 3 of them, in fact, on the B side. Swariat spots out 1. They cannot be 100% sure how many more players are stationed on this part of the map, and they found a lot of success here heading over towards the B side, so might as well give it another go.
Thought TMB was about to kamikaze through short there. Just spot the boosted player though. Lukey does enough damage with TMB to finish the job. Rage incredibly low as well, and that flashbang well avoided by Crad actually. Takes out Lukey on the trade, but so much damage inflicted onto Hard Legion here. Rage, Crad, Kinky all being tagged here. With 30 seconds on the clock again, they are wasting valuable time. The fate of the plant actually draws out a couple of these players, allows Crad to go for the peak. He'll get away with 2. Bristow, good return, might be his first kill of the game actually. Down to a 3-on-2. They do spot the player on the site though, not even aware they're Kinky. 2-on-2, and with Rage low, it's gotta be mostly up to Swyatt here. Peeks into short, good return. Frost left inside of the smoke, should fall eventually, although does make it a 1v1 now.
Oh, and the awareness from Swyatt as well. Left in the 1v1. He's not even spraying there in the smoke, expecting the player to just hold the defuse. He's already looking up on the pallets and expecting the guy to jump up there and try to challenge him. Swyatt, great awareness from his part. Here we go, Hard Legion. Like I said, it feels like this is a whole different Hard Legion team. You compare that to some of the games they played earlier against Amiga, against Fate. It just looks so much better these past few games. And you compare them playing against Aves and now here against AGF. Let's see though. Long control seems to be the name of the game. Have acquired it successfully. They're expecting the eco here from AGF, so they want to make sure they take these long range engagements with, the weapons of the AKs and the ops. Back 10 and the Kinky can still deal damage. And as we can see, AGF, they're putting a lot of emphasis on just holding on to Connector. They're not sure what's the final destination for Hard Legion, but at least they can make swift rotations from Connector and Forrester right now. Here's a lot of footsteps. He's going to spray with the Galil, missing a few bullets, and he knows he's being overwhelmed. Christo, though, goes down to the side itself. Kinky with the 10, and even Forrester chimes in.
Very calm round. Clean and concise out of Hard Legion. No sort of casualties, a little bit of damage, but keeping it nice and clean overall. 7 rounds on the board for this T side now. Starting to really kick things off. They set up right now for a further rebuy on that side of AGF. Christo, AWP, yeah, just 1 kill to his name so far. Bit of a rough start. See what damage he can bring to the table this time though. Rest of AGF not particularly too stacked in terms of their buys. Utility somewhat lacking, no defuse kits whatsoever. It's a bit of a weaker round. Hard Legion, if they can sort of exploit the utility usage on this T side, there's a very good chance. Lukey going super aggressive. Flashbang even blind, only gets away with the 1. Forrester, good return. Oh, they do expect Dafu on the corner as well. Forrester, even with the Galil, puts it to use. TMB's on a bit of a quick flank, but is it going to be quick enough? No, unfortunately, not this time as Forrester. He's already aware of the position. TMB gets the trade, but it's valuable info now in a 3-on-3 to play. The bomb does need to be protected though.
Ooh, this is the problem. Bomb needs to be correct. A nice shot here by Crad. Should be expecting Frost in this position. However, the big problem is also a guy up in heaven. Need to eliminate him as soon as possible. And of course, Rage, he does not have the intel of what's about to take place. Frostlev turn to his right-hand side, see the player, and also secure the frag. Rage right now. It was more or less about the positioning of Frostlev, but he also expects Cristo to be here. Like he might consider challenging Frostlev first, but Cristo has made his way through, and he will secure the frag. And it's another one of these rounds where Hard Legion, looking incredibly solid, might be able to win the round, but AGF just snatched it underneath them. For the third time, in fact.
Not a good round there, yeah. It started so well, but AGF, good cleanup. At least keeping themselves nice and set up here so far. Hard Legion will be able to further invest AWP back out for Rage. Money is broken. Essentially, whoever loses this round is down onto an eco for the next. So this is a chance for Hard Legion, sure, to break the tide, but for AGF to actually try and get back into this first half here would give them a solid opportunity. Do they want to peek into Cristo again? They did this with TMB, and again, it will not pay off. Forrester, even despite the double peek, they'll still get away with an easy kill on the side of AGF. It's a very good entry. Hard Legion have nothing to show for it. Single man dead, and AGF now can sit super composed here for these bomb sites, knowing that they've at least weakened the execution for Hard Legion.
This is good. Really good stuff here for AGF, that Cristo is finally coming alive here. Remember, not that long ago, he was sitting on 0 kills. Nada. Nothing. Now he's finding openers here for AGF. That's why, though, around he was punished here off the angle, spraying a little bit too wildly on the guy in barrels, but not this time around. Uh-oh, there's a breaking monster. Flashbang is super effective, but you have Daffy on their side with the MP9. What a powerful little gun it is. He's gonna keep on spraying here, deals the damage. It's not great here for Hard Legion. The bomb's been dropped, the players are going down, and Rage is in a difficult position. So many players to find. It will be Frostlev to eliminate him. AGF, this is finally it. A convincing gun round victory.
Much better. Such a dominant play from Dafu there as he just bosses that monster entrance, making sure that Hard Legion had absolutely nothing here. Well, it'll be a bit of a rough start now here for Hard Legion. They had those 7 rounds, and I mean, sure, to end on, you know, sort of 7 rounds at the end of a half, it wouldn't be too bad, but with the way that Hard Legion started, they were looking prized to really kickstart this one. Crad and Rage do enough damage to at least find themselves a kill between them, but not that they will get too much more out of this one. AGF, the best thing for them right now, just keep these rounds consistent. They are only sort of, after this round, 2 away from tying the scoreline here in the first half, and Hard Legion haven't particularly shown us all that much in terms of these gun rounds now that AGF are getting them in their favor. Kinky will take out one, at least get him a little refrag, play for some extra damage on the CT side, but not that he will survive for long. Lukey just barely makes it out, but 7-5 at the end of this one. Hard Legion will be able to rebuy here, but AGF, 3 rounds in a row, seem to have finally gained that confidence back.
There we go. 3 rounds to their name, and who knows how many more they can pick up because of that confidence they've got flowing through their veins. Really nice stuff indeed. Of course, the purchase is just also sublime. It is so good here for AGF. This might be the round where we do get to see a bit of a change of pace. We do see, of course, Frost deploying the grenades that he's been doing so time and time again. But I might have someone else here in the restroom, but so far he's the only lonesome defender. Trying to stop the incoming players, but look at Cristo. He's going for the engagements yet again. He knows there's a player on the other side, but it's a dangerous game. Cristo gets soft enough. Frostlev though, uh-oh, the flashbang is perfect. And so Hard Legion, the opener goes their way.
It's like finally they're going to divert a bit of this attention up toward the A side. They've been sort of hard focusing on B for the past couple rounds. Finally, we'll see what this A side has to offer. And the last time that they arrived here, it was Dapper that did the work. This time it's Hard Legion that burst it at the seams. Much better round from Hard Legion. A bit of Not a turn of pace per se, but a brute force way into the bomb site, and it pays off already. Hard Legion will be on their way to round number 8. Lukey will have to save that AK, maybe try and get some exit damage, but again, with players like Forrester already setting up in playground for the hunt of this final man, it will be a hard task to complete, but nevertheless, Hard Legion won't care. They've got round number 8. At least the one thing they've got behind them is that they go into the second half with a victory. No matter if it's sort of 8 minimum, whether they can push it any further, who knows, but they've at least secured the first half.
And it's really good for Hard Legion as well that even though the rotation comes in from AGF, it doesn't even matter. Every single player from AGF chimes in to get those frags. It's incredibly great. And what is going on here? We also have another game of Overpass, but Gambit Youngsters yet to acquire a single round here against Attacks. That is unbelievable. This is not what you expect to see from the side of the Youngsters. I mean, they are an incredible squad to look at, and maybe that 2v2 conversion goes their way, but wow, that is something I did not expect to witness.
Wow. ATN, they must be riding off your momentum after that sort of Malta win that they were able to secure that sort of a couple days ago, really setting them up there. But wow, yeah, Gambit, what we saw yesterday, yeah, I'm shocked. Wow, fair enough. AGF, even in this round though, back to a 4 versus 4. Crad and Swyatt both have been tagged up as well as they try and again re-enter into this B site. I mean, Crad, when you're fully blinded there, not a lot you can do about that one, unfortunately. Down to a 4-on-2 already, and it's Hard Legion again that, once more, falter on the B bomb site. They just can't seem to break it open here.
Yeah, this one was a little bit weird. I think Crowd was expecting his teammates will join him with a commitment, but nothing of the sort. Not a great partnership in that regard. For 50 seconds, I mean, Hard Legion might as well try to go for this one, but honestly, even a save is up for grabs, because the next one is going to be the last round of the first half, so they might as well keep on to some of the bigger guns here, because it's not like they're swimming in cash and rage. Still looking for some of these opportunities, though. 30 seconds. This is not going to be easy. 2 players in Monster, 1 at Graffiti. This will be incredibly hard to hit. Managed to cross, however. Rage misses the shot. That will be the 6th round for AGF. And if anything, there's even an opportunity to get that 7.
Could be a very close half here. The money gone for Hard Legion. The likelihood is that we will see, of course, an 8-7 unless they can turn around a bit of a, I wouldn't say half investment. They do have 3 of the AKs posted, but definitely a closer encounter will have to take place. Double AWP out here as well. Connector already put under control by TMB, but does back away maybe at the wrong time, as Forrester did just elect to peek. No matter what though, they get out safely, can revert back to the bomb sites themselves. Scary to see such sort of a comparative game between these sort of 2 semi-finals. ATN, they are still on a roll. It's 12 right now for them, which is absolutely insane, whereas this one's so tied up here as Hard Legion again. It's going to be down to the B bomb site, but AGF, they are just consistently reading into these setups. 3 players on the B bomb site. TMB bags the first already. And with so much damage done, they've got to send Rage in. This time, he will get a frag. Swyatt, good return. Down to a 3-on-2, and with a combined health of 43, I doubt that they get too much out of this one, as AGF, yeah, they're just watching down the angles. No chance at all. It's going to be as close as it will be. 8-7 going into the second half.
Indeed. Unless Swyatt has something to say about it. TMB is so good on the op. Does miss that shot. That's a little bit uncanny for him, but overall, yes. The 7-8 scoreline is upon us. And AGF, this has been one hell of a run from their part. But speaking of great runs as well, 13-0.
Wow.
Jeez.
We are not staying in this game for long, it seems.
And just the thing is as well, just look in terms of kills. Gambit Youngsters, they got barely any kills in those 13 rounds they played. That is unbelievable. That is not what you expect from the Gambit Youngster side. It would be interesting to see how this one plays out, but oh man, my prediction of seeing Gambit Youngsters in the grand final could be potentially broken here by the Germans.
I think, yeah, after yesterday and what we saw out of their performance, I'm shocked that this is such a turnaround from ATN. Yeah, very, very interesting. Little pistol round to be underway here on the side of AGF on this T side here. I'll be looking to already hedge their bets of a rotate down toward that connector position, maybe to back away, pull down to the B bomb site. Our Legion so far a little bit of a, I wouldn't say worse a read, but stacking into more of an A-sided approach, just leaving Swyatt down on this B bomb site. This could be costly. Our Legion right now, they're about to know what hits them. Oh my gosh, Swyatt. Okay, Swyatt, there's the second. Plenty of damage done. Dafu finally to take him down, but a 4-on-3 retake now.
Bomb has been planted.
On the B bomb set as well. This is the pretty annoying thing here for a team like Hard Legion, that the opponents have finally chucked into the smoke grenades at the worst possible time. So much so, in fact, that going through the heaven is the choice that they've gone for. Oh, that's so fast. Leaving it all to Cristo, left in the 1v3 right now. Gets the one, but the bomb, I don't believe it's planted in open position, but he does take the high ground nonetheless. In fact, it is. Oh, Cristo, another nice little one-tap. There was a defuse kit there, finally picked up there by Krad, and I think there's going to be just enough time with the defuse here. As Hard Legion, imagine if they would have gone for the CT pistol like they've gone for, you know, every single other CT pistol we've seen them play, with just the armors, no kits, no nothing. And here, in this instance, they decided to get the defuse kit, and it was so worth it.
Oh boy, that is a close round, but a round for Hard Legion nevertheless. This one is very, very close now. 9-7 though, Hard Legion, they will kick things off on the CT side. Of course, AGF go for the rebuy here into the first sort of round investment. Lukey, very, very close, doesn't manage to get away with the kill, although Krad deals some decent damage onto TMB. It is only the Desert Eagle. Ross left though, tries to attempt the peek there, does not work out this time. Hard Legion, great start so far as they take out the first deal. Incredible damage to, well, the majority of AGF now. Krad with a double and a 5-on-2 that will see Hard Legion most likely on their way to double digits.
Absolutely. 10 rounds, inevitable. And Krad, what a great run of form. 4 kills being picked up into this one. For AGF, it's dissatisfying. They go in for the investment, but it was a lackluster. And this 2-man setup here, with Krad dealing most of the damage and SWAT helping him out a little bit, seemed to be a perfect setup to counter this AGF aggression. Not the start you're looking for if you're the Danes. We're really banking on winning that round, but well, it is what it is. Pistols galore. Just a simple eco.
Rage. Sees all the players. Flashbang is good. Lukey does manage to return the first frag. Rage though. Oh, MP9 absolutely sublime. TMB does get a good return, but not that they'll live to tell the tale. 11-7, quick round out of AGF to get that one done. Eco on its way. Sort of the eco done. Buy round on its way. AK's up. Cristo, does he want to? He can just about afford an AWP in Kevlar. No, $50 separating it. Unfortunate, but you've got to do. Does go for the glass cannon. Takes the risk. Needs to as well with Rage on his AWP. We saw what he was able to do really to turn up there in the series yesterday, so you've got to have a challenge against him. But 11-7, Hard Legion, they're on their way to victory. If they take away this round, it does get a whole lot closer. We'll see what they can bring to the table here for AGF though. Going to be a hard battle, but definitely doable. AGF, ooh, good spot out of the early info. Our Legion pulling back to the bomb sites. Don't want to challenge early, though. They'll just wait for AGF here. Seems like a bit of an A-sided sort of default approach, but again, as the Hard Legion T side was, very methodical before they decide on an execution.
And on a map like Overpass, I think it just makes perfect sense. Might as well play this one a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, go out there, get the map control, and then consider the game plan. Bomb will be recovered, which is something to be a bit of a problem for CIS teams. Didn't think it's going to plague a team like AGF as well, but maybe this is also part of the game plan here to eventually commit on the B bomb site. Is going to be enough time though. 35 seconds more than enough to do so. TMB will try to pull off an elaborate fake here at the A-bomb site. Check the Molotov, the smoke grenade as well. There are free players on this part of the map though, so there is the potential that he can still get a few kills here. But Hard Legion are slowly but surely making the rotation, but now it is going to come down to this B side hit.
Bomb will go down. Rage does find the kill on TMB. Kinky tries to trade, but not this time. Oh, Frostlef. He is completely aware of that connector rotate. Shutting down Rage, nice and simple. Good return by Forrester. As they do put pressure here onto the bomb site. Swire could actually protect his teammate, but no. Tries to go for the peak to get a kill, but not this time. 11-8 as AGF get their first gun round here on the T side, and you can see what effect that it does have on the overall economy of Hard Legion. 3 players secure, 2 definitely not though. So a chance for AGF to break the cycle, get back into this T side. It's this gun round they need to take. Could be incredibly rewarding. AGF looking good though, first gun round under the belt.
Jeez, that's why they're just going to play with that ESP of his. Does have just enough money to get the P to 50 out. But we do see the purchase here from Hard Legion. Double op setup at play. One of the ops, as we can see in the hands of Crad, is out there and long, whereas the other one is stationed towards the B bomb set, from what I can tell. Actually, no, in connector. Yeah, there we go. Rage is in connector. That is such a difficult position to hold with just the rifle. But with an AWP, it's a whole different beast. So I'm surprised that he has not abandoned his post, and he keeps on holding there in connector. Of course, he knows that there's no pressure being applied to him, so that's, I guess, one of the reasons why he keeps on holding that position. Now he begins to move up the staircase, and Crad might also get something on his plate.
One definitely a chance for Hard Legion, as they are seeming to work out where the sort of overall site take is coming from. They are completely unaware of A long though. Swire now does actually seem to understand this. Crad takes a very large hit on the top of short. The flash is good, but Swire gets nothing. Forrest, a great return. Kinky trades, but so do AGF. Down to a 1 versus 2 now though. Both of them on AWPs for the rotate. Oh, Dafu gets a massive tag, but still takes out Crad. Rage still, pistol finishes the job. Took them a sweet minute, but they get away with the round itself. Hard Legion up to 12. And Rage hoovering up that good utility before getting the defuse, but a victory to keep the CT side alive.
Here we go. What a round to take here for Hard Legion. Double op setup. Can't really say it was too effective, but Rage getting the last kill. I mean, that was incredibly important. Ah, there we go. We're taking a glimpse of what's happening here on the B Street,
oh, this
folks.
is done.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. I believe from what I've seen that the last 2 rounds of the first half did go in favor of Gambit Gangsters. They even managed to win the pistol, but from what I can tell, attacks have also won the force by. So, goodbye Overpass. Looks like it is the German stronghold. We might have to look at what's taking place on the second one, but here, aim is still ongoing. AGF, they come in with the purchase, they have the AWP in the hands of Christo, but there's a certain Kinky on their side.
They do push through this smoke then. Good luck to them. AGF too wise for that though. Free smoke will go down by the Hard Legion side as well, so they will at least block off one of these angles, and Christo, he is not having a good day today. Loses out on the AWP. Frost left, nice trade. Pushing through the Molotov. Swyatt uses the peak. What is that? Dafu wipes them both out nice and easy. Forrester will get a simple trade onto Lukey, but it's the bomb site that's already gone as Hard Legion. They just sacrificed 2 of their players to Dafu on this rotate.
Ooh. This is not looking too good here for the squad of Hard Legion. In fact, this means they're going to have to back in safe. Forrester needs to keep that M4 in, pardon me, that FAMAS in his hand, and well, that is going to be the 9th one for AGF. It's always scary to be seeing, commitments from the B side. Try and hit that bomb site, and well, as we can see, AGF do so successfully. Even though Christo didn't really find much success with the AWP, it will be kept into the next round thanks to Frostlev. So it looks like the second half is going to be a little bit more back and forth. Say what's taking place on the B stream.
Wow. 12-9, this game getting a whole lot closer. Just has come in as well. Alternate attacks, they've sealed the deal. 16-3, nice and easy. They will be getting themselves a very simple victory compared to Hard Legion. This is definitely the closer of the 2 series for now. It's a full eco for Hard Legion. Rage taking already a massive chunk of damage as they try and orchestrate a bit of a boost here. This is a solid little boost up. No information to be gathered off of it yet, although Frostlev, he's about to walk in. There's the kill. They'll pull away as they back off with a single frag. It's a good little boost, always gives a nice advantage, and they can actually work off this. They've got pistols and Kevlar.
I mean, this is the one great thing about Hard Legion from what we've seen them playing today and overpass the map against Aves as well, is that they're always going for these sort of gimmicky little setups at just the right times, it feels like. And here, I mean, no one from AGF was expecting it. So yeah. Let's see the players here from AGF. We can see some utility being deployed over the A-bomb site, but that's not going to force out any sort of rotation. They're still going to be holding their angles, and they will be rewarded because Krat in a prime position actually doesn't get a kill. Kinky, though, up close, and this is turning out to be very good. 35 seconds remain, and with that bomb being in a precarious position, AGF are not looking good.
What can they do here, AGF? 25 on the clock, it's a 4v2. They might even elect to save at this point. Is it worth sacrificing the weapons? Not for Christo. He will go for the retreat into T-spawn, get out with the AWP, at least carry the weapon over here. Trying to do some damage through the connector or through the flammable wall there. Nothing to really connect majorly, but not that it matters. 13-9. Money just about there for AGF. They can get a further rebuy off of this one, with Hard Legion picking up a very nice info eco round there, setting themselves up for solid economy. We'll see what they can do moving forward, but AGF, first tactical timeout of the map so far, and a very vital time to do so. They lose this next round, and Hard Legion might just be on their way to map point here already.
13-9. At least I like the fact that AGF are taking the discussion, to understand how to approach this upcoming round, because it's going to be oh so important. This is always the scared nature of the second half, where there's an exchange of blows. One round going your way, the other one going in the opponent's way. And neither team has really built up a significant economy or some sort of bank. So the winner of this one could potentially force the opponents to go for a bit of an eco or a half investment, meaning that winning the round becomes a lot easier after the gun round is dealt with. Early nade usage from both squads, even more so from the side of Hard Legion, though it is ineffective to say the least. Nothing has really gone their way. Early Molotov here at the short position. Christo missing a crucial shot, goes in for more. Surprised that he even survives that engagement. And now Christo, I believe there must have been a grenade chucked in, and he does survive with the 2 points of health. And now he's dead.
Yeah. finishing the job. Boost up as well, Forrester. Oh dear, gets away with a simple kill onto TMB, already puts them down to a 5 versus 3. Ooh, on the clock, Dafu. Very nice spam, actually. Takes out Forrester, does quite a lot of damage to Kinky as well, so 4 on 3 as they enter the B bomb site, or look to enter the B bomb site. They do have plenty of time, there's no need to commit just yet. But Hard Legion, so far, confident enough to still keep 3 players in and around the B site, and that is exactly the right choice to make, because AGF, they're on their way to the B bomb site.
Let's see, Kinky going for a bit of a spray here, and eventually that will be the victory here for Hard Legion. Another successful B site hold. Whereas for AGF, this is frustrating. They lost a very important round, and like I said, it's going to force them to go for a bit of an eco. Partial investment, if you will, because some of the players are sitting on those $3,000, $2,000. Yeah, this is not great. For Hard Legion, though, it's perfect. They got themselves a nice opportunity to secure 15, and of course, once you reach overtime, that's going to lift a lot of weight off your shoulders. Nice early nades. Oh, actually, maybe not as nice as I thought they might be, but now they got even a bit of a crossfire set up here. Rage getting himself the 2 kills. Ooh, looky. Nice little headshot here on Krat. Rage ready and waiting for more players to pounce. Runs out of bullets, but no worries. Okay, maybe worry a little bit because Frostlift finds 2, but it is 15 for Hard Legion, and they successfully win the round.
Map point already. A very quick one out of AGF there. This is going to be perfect. Hard Legion just a single round away from sealing the deal now here on the map of Overpass. It is their map pick, but it's a very confident start for them here on this first opener of the semi-final. All by to come from AGF. We'll see what they can do in this one to try and counter Hard Legion sealing the deal on this map, but Rage already kicks things off nice and easy, gets away with the first as they spot the second. Forrester, beautiful denial. Already down to a 5 on 3 without Hard Legion losing a single point of health.
Frostlev goes down really quickly. This is not good for AGF. Bit of a scattered brain of a plan. One player goes down, they're just peeking out there one by one. Crystal, though, the Molotov will not consume him in. And well, if it's not the Molotov, then the bullets will get the job done for him. Dirt begins to move in, gets the frag here in Christo, and this is coming to an abrupt end. It's Hard Legion just 1 round away from securing their own map pick here in the best of 3. I think they'll have that 1-0 advantage, and of course the upcoming one is going to be thus to the opponent's pick. Dafu getting himself a few good frags here, not too shabby here. Hard Legion, there we go. Not going to come through. That is going to be the end here of Overpass, 16-9.
There we go, nice and easy. Hard Legion, they'll take a victory again on Overpass, showing just how good they are on this map. Do not go anywhere, though. We'll take a short break. Before we do that, though, make sure you are entering the giveaways that we do have provided with the Esports Millions program. Go down into the Twitch panels. It's all there for the information. PCs, cash bets on Unicorn, and a chance to be in with a sort of winning chance of getting the €1 million prize fund in the 3rd and 4th iterations of the 9-to-5 Cups. So ukrn.io/esports millions, go and check it out. We'll be back in around 10 minutes or so for the start of map number 2. It is going to be Inferno, the map pick of AGF. Do not go anywhere.
your targets. You must find, capture and contain them until extraction vehicle arrives. Witnesses are irrelevant, leave them unharmed if you can. End of a transmission. System online.
gentlemen, into map number 2. We are going to be getting right into AGF's map pick of Inferno. Now, this is one of the maps that sure Hard Legion do play relatively, sort of not consistently, but it's also up there in one of their maps as well. But AGF, they've really got to show up now. Losing 16-9 on Overpass, it is down to Inferno for survival. They want to make it to Dust 2 here in the series.
Yeah, there we go. This is the opportunity there for a team like AGF to bounce back here in this situation, to get themselves that win. And of course, put us in the third one if possible. Well, it's definitely likely. In the past, when these two teams faced off here, AGF did manage to snatch that win here in map like Inferno. So, absolutely, they're in a prime position to do so again. And what we've been seeing thus far here at the Ninefive, that AGF are pretty big fans here to map like Inferno. They've been playing it in a very consistent manner against a lot of the teams here, and they've shown that they can win against teams like LDLC in a very convincing manner. From what I remember, 16-3 I think it might have been, or actually no, 12-3 or even 13-2 on the half. And then eventually LDLC tried to pull off a bit of a comeback, didn't work out. So AGF definitely a competent team at a map like Inferno.
Definitely looking forward to see how this one does sort of pan out here. AGF will be starting on the CT side. Does mean that they will be able to kick things off nice and easy. Hopefully is the aim of the game for AGF. Hard Legion though on the other side. Fairly standard default into the pistol round as Hard Legion. So check second mid. Revert straight back to Banana. They've got 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov, so plenty for a B-sided execution here as AGF will be standing tall. 2 players top Banana. See what Hard Legion do, though. They're waiting for the early engagements. No flashes yet, though. Bit of a dry peak to come so far as they'll swing over the top, spot the boosts. AGF fall back to the site. It is going to be a B execution here from Hard Legion, though.
There we go. Oh no, they're going to have to push onto the smoke. TMB, a great frag here. One of the players. A second one here for TMB. The players from Hard Legion keep on pushing to the side itself. They're facing some difficulties, and they're yet to see a single player.
Oh, this one. Hard Legion, they are falling apart here as Dafu trading Crad, though flash was good but just can't confirm the kills. As Hard Legion, Christo cleans up the job. AGF will get away with the round itself. First on the board as CT side will be starting as they mean to go on here. Good start on Inferno. Pistol round was a good way to kick things off. Hard Legion will be going for most likely that rifle buy into the second. Glad to see AGF off the mark, at least.
1-0 start here for AGF. Probably something they were definitely looking for heading into this second map, to get that start here as early as possible. Did witness Hard Legion building up that momentum early on from their own part there on Overpass. They seemed like a very well-oiled machine, but even they made some mistakes. Let's see. Early grenade usage here from both parts, and Hard Legion do go for the purchase here. Second round investment, and interestingly enough, they're prioritizing the utility more so than the weaponry.
Yeah, interesting. They actually do take a bit of a dip on those AKs. Fair enough. TMB, however, will be able to take out Sviat. That will be very good start at least. AGF, yeah, keeping it nice and concise. Good start so far. 2 frags found. Pinky just about survives. Crad tagged up those. Simple shutdown. And pretty clean out of this one for AGF. No casualties yet. Rage all isolated down to the 1v5. And very nice shot onto Christo. First casualty of the round itself. And, well, that'll be the last. Second on the board for AGF. Hard Legion, though, they will have to take themselves an eco round, so most likely the CT side getting a nice 3-0 beginning.
And I see the reasoning as well why the players of Hard Legion decided to go for, just that utility and, mainly the pistols out there, because a map like Inferno, it's probably just notorious for, you know, having these close quarters engagements, and there's so many rounds that can just go in favor of the pistols from both sides, really, the CT and T side. And sometimes CT's a mid, just decide to prioritize utility. It's a great way to kick things off. This, however, what? You got Kinky and Rage securing early frags here, and you have to admit, AGF, you know you're going against pistols. What's the point of going for that mid push, not in a gun round, but an eco round? This could potentially fall flat on their faces, as now Hard Legion, there we go, they're going to push on the A bomb site, because they're going to realize that the site itself is completely empty, so the bomb plant is imminent.
Oh dear, bomb goes down. Look at the positions right now of this T side. They are pretty much every step of the way ready for this one. TMB will lose his life. Oh, Hard Legion. They have just won themselves a full eco at this point, taking out the majority of the players here as well. This is not a good start for AGF. And Hard Legion from pretty much out of nowhere. I mean, Kinky doesn't even have Kevlar. I mean, none of them have Kevlar. But they still take a round victory. Hard Legion, they're on the board a round sooner than we expected. And AGF, that's got to be a worrying sign to kick things off right here.
I mean, they don't really have anyone else to blame but themselves in that instance. They go for the mid-aggression. In a round like that, they're hoping they can just overwhelm the pistols like it's nothing. But just as I make the point that, you know, pistols, Inferno, dangerous combo, yeah, absolutely. Hard Legion just secured themselves a very important victory here. AGF, I wonder what's the response. Well, absolutely, they're going to go for the investment, but are they going to go for some sort of early aggression here? Banana, well, there's a lot of nades being deployed here. I'm surprised that the nade damage is a bit better there from the T side, and Kinky, relatively close by, could swing out, potentially get another kill, or in fact, it's going to be Swiat's grenade to eventually eliminate TMB. Not the start you're looking for if you're AGF.
Especially not when this one breaks the bank moving forward in this sort of early stage of the game so far. But be so careful, and oh, Forrester, he'll get the drop onto Christo at just the perfect time. Lukey able to make the trade, and well, gets himself a second, make it a third as well. Finally denied by Rage, but with the smokes down here, oh, they're gonna commit through them. Not a safe idea in the slightest. Frost left, revealed his position. Rage will finish the job. A little bit sketchy there from AGF as they do push the smoke, but second round on the board for Hard Legion. They'll take it as they break the bank of AGF now.
Bank. Not looking good. It is going to be AGF. They won the pistols, playing on a simple eco round. They simply cannot invest in this one, but Lukey, I mean, great effort from him as well. 3 kills with the MP9 in that instance, and even against unarmored opponents, it could be difficult to get all 3 frags. Against armored opponents with AK-47s, that's incredible. Run a form, but AGF, well, they're going to try to go for this push here. They might actually get a few kills out of this one. Oh, the early dinks are there. Oh, there we go. At least 1 kill goes their way. Potentially the kill on Swine, who's, oh my goodness, he's so low in HP, still survives. No worries, though, for Hard Legion. Get themselves the third, and for AGF, I mean, it was the full-on eco. You're not expecting too much out of it. What you are expecting, though, is a win from this round. You are in a position to buy up, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Is where AGF have got to really start to step things up here again, just sort of for the nature that they are the CT side, and with this being their map pick as well. You do not want to see them dropping out of this half early, and well, Rage, he just wipes out Christo. Good return by TMB, at least they get the trade. Very nice damage offset in terms of those grenades, but Hard Legion wise enough to pull back. They'll keep Kinky at the top of Banana. A quick rotate by Hard Legion as they already start to commit up toward the top of A short.
That's true. Lukey. Ooh, Crad, though, doesn't see the player whatsoever. That smoke grenade is coming up so good. Oh, there we go. He's out really gap just a little bit, deals significant damage on players like Crad and Forrester. will begin to move on to the side itself. There is a massive smoke blocking off their vision, meaning they're going to have to waste valuable time. AGF have 3 players here. They have TMB overlooking Archway. This has to be the Danes' round to take.
Surely. So much damage done. 45 on the clock. Players just sitting and waiting for the challenge. TMB does miss the first shot. Will provide a little bit more difficulty here as now they pincer in. This is where Forrester has to really step up to the plate for his side right now, but not even available. Gets away with the first. You spot Dafu out on the site as well, but Frostlef, he is in a prime position. Gets away with the first, an easy second. Both players being low made that super simple. And yeah, AGF, they get such a vital round. A little bit more expensive than they would have sort of liked at this point. But it's a victory nevertheless, and that's the main thing they'll take from this.
Yeah, they put so much emphasis on the A-bombs to defensive. I mean, they could still very easily have gone towards B Hard Legion. That's the thing, and AGF would not have had the information if that is in fact the case. The fact that they have 3 players in the A-bomb, so they have TMB overlooking Archway, that was just the perfect setting to try and counter the aggression that came in from Hard Legion. Exchange of nades, and the Molotovs, even the flashbangs here, but nothing of great significance. TMB though, blocks at his buddy with the MP9. Kinky gets himself 2. Oh no! That's the B-bomb set open for business. They can open and set up shop, and they will probably win the round because Kinky's entry frags have just won them the round.
Absolutely sublime. It seems like AGF, they're straight on the downward spiral again from a solid move out of Hard Legion. They're even looking to hunt down these final couple of players. Lukey, not exposed yet, but Forrester definitely aware of some sort of positional push inside of Library. But nevertheless, no matter whether it's 2 or any less that survive, AGF do not have enough for a further investment. Though Hard Legion a very solid chance at being able to take away many rounds here on this T side. Frostlef might be able to close out Kinky. He is low health, and finally he will at least fall, but do not want to challenge any further here. Frostlef repositions to make sure that he's safe. They'll be able to close out a lot of the damage at least. Bankrupt AGF down to low already. Yeah, gonna have to be an eco. So Hard Legion, the barrier looking to be extended. 5-3 should be on the way. Hard Legion, so far so good actually. Very positive start on the T side.
Yeah, this is truly looking good here for a team like Hard Legion. This is going to be an opportunity to even get themselves another round of the board. So good aggression here from AGF. Forrester, though, still ready for an incoming aggression, but still doesn't get the frag. Rage and SWAT reply, however. Suddenly it's a doable scenario here for Hard Legion, and well, Lukey gets down the mid-aggression. Thing is, though, that's just the only 1 M4 remaining. I believe Hard Legion have a good awareness that their players should be just on simple pistols, but Dafu covers the AK-47 for his troubles. Remember, Lukey still has the M4, so even in a round like this, AGF could be dangerous.
Hard Legion taking it super seriously. Very nice nade, actually. Kinky dropped down to low. This round is now still winnable, even despite AGF's weaker artillery. BMB pushes into coffins. Might have been heard, definitely heard now. Very slow rotate here by AGF. They do have a defuse kit if they actually do want to attempt. Lukey was just so far away that just didn't really make it too viable. Time is still here though, as Dafu finding 2 of them. Now isolating though with Lukey. Woof, just about makes it out alive. The defuse not going to come through. They will get away with the round. Rage, unfortunately, loses his life. Again, a very close round for AGF, despite having very little in the investment. They do make Hard Legion struggle at least.
That is going to be a victory here for Heart Legion, but yeah, incredibly close, all things considering. Into that round, they only had the 2-4s and the other players were just on pistols, but considering how close it was, AGF must be feeling rather comfortable still on not like Inferno. Being able to do so much fine work with the lack of weaponry that they'd have is underwhelming. Or shall I say, overwhelming. Ooh, Christo, it backs away at the worst possible time. That could have very easily been the opener for AGF.
Such unfortunate timing. AGF, you can see they are getting a little antsy with the way that this CT side is currently approaching this one. TMB ready for some sort of banana take, perhaps. Does elect to back away maybe at just the right time. Doesn't want to be sticking around as that smoke does dissipate. But again, it's a very good read out of AGF here, realizing that the majority of the early round attention has been put onto this A side, but Hard Legion, there is always a chance of a rotate here. The MB will back away, play from inside of the CT spawn instead. Hard Legion do have a choice to make here, but it seems like they are going to be heading down toward the A side. 35 on the clock. Through the smokes they go. Every single player up toward that short position. Smokes down. Christo isolated. Through the site they go as Christo gets away with one. Lukey, good return. Still on the bomb site as Dafu applies the pressure. And a 4-on-2 as they don't even check the site. Very good read by AGF. 4 players ready and prepared. No chance for Hard Legion.
Absolutely none. That's just the difficult nature of committing onto the A bomb site. There's so many players to face, and even if they have the smoke grenades and the flashbangs ready and waiting, they also have to force them out of position. And what a better way to do so than, well, trying to go in there, peek them, and get that kill. As demonstrated here by GF, it's never that easy. Turning out to be a rather close run here in comparison to that to Overpass, where it was, Hard Legion leading for the majority of the rounds there in the first half, and eventually still in the second half, still with that lead. Not the case here in Inferno. This game is a lot more close from the get-go.
Teams really wanting to fight for this. 5-4, nice and early. Just seeing as well, alternate attacks. They're on the road to 2-0ing that series. 10-5 at the end of the first half of Inferno. They are really looking good right now. Maybe they are the ones ready and prepared for the grand final, perhaps. They do have either AGF or Hard Legion to face. We still have a potential of a further map here, and this series nowhere near done yet. Christo lands the opener onto Rage. Will give them a sweet opportunity now to get that early kill, fall back, play super safe, and again, AGF, it's another 4-man stacked A bomb site that Hard Legion will have to work against. This time, Forrester makes a great first entry, directs the CT's spawn push for Hard Legion. They look to pincer in through Banana. Swiat will have to be careful. MB just watching that smoke, but as they already have gotten the Banana sort of top area covered, TMB gets away with 1 damage done as Kinky returns. Back to a 3-on-3, but Swiat cannot make it out alive. Now that makes the retake much easier for AGF.
Yeah, we'll be able to overwhelm Kinky, but the problem is for a guy like Forrester that it isn't that big of a problem. They are coming from the same angle, so Forrester could potentially get a nice little backstab in. Good frag here, one of the players. They still have the kits, and Christo's got the angle. Plenty of time to defuse. AGF, they do recover that win, even if Hard Legion take over the B bomb side. It's never easy to get that retake going, but for AGF, even though they had all 3 players coming from the same angle, they deal with the opposition in the right manner as well. Because of their victory in the previous round, might actually get themselves that 6th. Look at Hard Legion, the economy is in shambles. They will have to go for the partial investment. It will be some upgraded pistols, alongside the armors, and that's about it. So for AGF, it's as good as any round to get themselves 6.
Very nice so far. AGF at least Keeping the game nice and competitive early here in the CT half. Hard Legion will be setting up what seems like a bit more of a brute force A-sided take, and Kinky, he has no issues there, might even get a second. No, does miss the shot. ET Spawn overwhelmed though by Dafu. Plenty of damage done. Rage not able to pick up the AWP. This time Dafu just keeps on firing. And an easy cleanup despite the first casualty. 6-5 on the road for AGF. They'll be picking themselves up a very clean eco round, setting up the T side for sure their next round bye, but AGF at least will establish a little bit of the lead back in their favor now.
It is going to be the lead by 1 round, so nothing of great significance, but still, a lead is a lead. In the case of Hard Legion, see that purchase in the next round, maybe even an AWP in the hands of Rage. I mean, he has shown some proficiency with the sniper rifle. Would love to see what he can do some more here in Inferno. And yeah, Swat's gonna go down. I believe someone from his side could I potentially give him a drop. Now that I'm looking at it, Rage himself actually has just enough to get the glass cannon off, but nope, not gonna be the option. He's just gonna be playing with that AK-47 of his, and same goes for the rest of the squad. AKs galore. The great thing about the AKs, I mean, we know that they're rather mobile. You can be very quick. It comes down to moving up with them and taking over some map presence. It is rather difficult to do so here on Inferno's Banana because, first of all, it's going to be the exchange of grenades here, the smokes, the flashbangs, and HE grenades from the opposition. We can see that Rage is already left on 51 points of health. If that would have been no armor, last cannon off, he would already be a goner. But here, TMB sprays wildly through the smoke, deals the damage in the play. It's got a 2-man crossbar setup. This should be enough, and it is. Even have a 3rd man if necessary, and that won't be because Hard Legion, even though they have Banana, they don't have anything else.
AGF really starting to work out every single setup right now of Hard Legion. No matter what they do at this point, there is just no way for Hard Legion to counter what AGF are doing here. And you can see the bomb is stranded inside of middle. Can be recollected. Seems like they will set up an A-sided take. With Krad so deeply embedded into arches, there is a chance that hearing that rotate might actually give them a couple freebies right now. Krad, fully aware of the position, gets away with the kill onto Frost left. Now they can pinch it into this site. But do they expect Blue Key? Well, they do return the trade to a 2-on-2. The health is pretty much balanced, but plenty of utility for AGF on the retake.
Oh yes, and that's the scariest part of it, Christos. Yeah, smoke, Molotov, flashbang, and even HE grenade. Not gonna be able to force her out of position though, but you can definitely force out a player like Krad. Of course, Molotov in for the pit, very common position here. Krad though, he's got the awareness that the players are coming from. Good flashbang though. Krad, when will he reveal himself? He's gonna do it now. He gets the frag on 1, but there's the potential for the wall bang. And Krad, he knows where the bomb's been planted. He's gonna go for a bit of a stabby McStab, but nothing's gonna come from it. Krad is now gonna have to go for it again, and this time around, he's done enough. AGS Christo will go down. That's a victory for Hard Legion.
Solid. Get away with the round win. As Krad picking off the 1v2, it comes down to a super close encounter, but Hard Legion will take it. No matter what at this point, they do need to rack up these T-side rounds. Very good number now, sitting on sort of that number 6. But either way, there are still plenty here left in this first half. 3 rounds still available. To the point where, really, if AGF do lose this one, they might start to give up the first half scarily. Buy round is already significantly weaker, but TMB does a great amount of damage with the nades early. It is the rifles that do sort of, not scare me a little bit, but definitely an air of tension around here for AGF. Famas's MP9, not a lot of utility. A very mixed match buy round, and AGF gotta win these aim duels here. I mean, Hard Legion themselves, not too safe either. Galil's, Mac 10's out on the field. It's a very scrappy buy for both sides. But again, it's AGF that read brilliantly into the A-sided setup for Hard Legion.
Ooh, this is so good here from AGF. Look at this. They have 3 players to deal with the incoming push, and they can barely even make their way into the side itself. No one, in fact, does. That is going to be a great way to seal the victory here for AGF, and well, as close as this may be, someone's going to have to come out victorious here in the first half, and so far, it's looking likely that it will be AGF. 7 rounds for them, and the 8th one is also looking incredibly likely. A Hard Legion eco must now take place. Good opportunity as any to secure an easy round win. Some mistakes could be made, but no one's pushing down mid from AGF, so looks like they're going to try to keep this one as simple as possible. Just play the default setup, hold your angles, and hope you can overwhelm these pistol players.
Great start, Christo. AWP picks up Crad. Nice and early. You can see AGF as well. The confidence about them sitting so deep down banana just gives them that map control nice and early that AGF just will not be relinquishing anytime soon. Molotov down. Doesn't matter. TMB takes out Forrester, spots out the second player as well. Even drops the smoke to keep his side safe. That is how good AGF are performing right now. 5-on-3, super simple eco round, and like you say, it will be AGF that, no matter whether it's just a single round or maybe a couple, will be able to at least snatch away the first half just barely. They've at least got an 8 minimum, but it is going to be the sort of DT side of Hard Legion that I'm not going to say looking forward to, but definitely feel should perform better than the T side.
Oh, it's Swarhead. Oh, he's gonna go down. Yeah, this is not good here for our Legion. As to be expected. It's gonna be clean up here for AGF. Now then, an ultimate round. The last round of the first half. Hard Legion will of course come in with a purchase here. Gonna give it one more hoorah on one of the bomb sites. I'm surprised though that, considering this is Inferno we're playing at, Hard Legion hasn't really gone, I'd say, too many times on the B bomb site. At the times they've gone to, they were rather successful. Might as well give it a try once again here with the rifles. They've done a pretty okay-ish job at going out there acquiring banana presence, but once they get it, they don't seem to use it to its fullest potential. Now then, rest of the day, there would be a scary adversary here for anyone inside Hard Legion. They can't really just go out and win the aim duel against them because the op should be able to come out on top in any of those engagements. Brackets controlled do come in. Crad gets the opener here in Frostlift. A bit more pressure applied here in the A bomb set. Now it's all up to Christo. Needs to hold his ground. Does an amazing job at getting 2. Looks for the 3rd. There is a player on the hay bales and well, he spots him. Oh, tries to go for the kill, but there's the backup as well. TMB and Dafu are in position. And Rage, flashbang. Oh, good kill here in 1, but that's all he's gonna get.
9 and 6, AGF, they close it out very nicely. Able to find themselves a very simple 9. Solid end to the first half. 9 and 6 moving into the second. BT's side already going to be setting up for this second half. Pistols for the second half pistol round. 20 kills on Dafu. Having a great game so far. Double pretty much whatever any of his side or whatever any of Hard Legion are sort of available or able to bring to the table. But 9 to 6. BNB as standard into the full utility setup. Hard Legion with the defuse kit onto Aspired. We'll see what they can do here, but AGF so far performing much better than Overpass on their map pick, which is great to see. We'll see what they can do for the pistol round though. They could either sort of extend their lead massively or really allow Hard Legion back into the game.
Oh, this is, yeah, definitely is an important pistol round win. This is where Hard Legion will be tested. Flashbang. Oh, the flashbang actually blinds Crad just a little bit, but that allows Daffy to remain alive. There we go, though. Oh, kids are dying. That's not the start you were looking for if you're Hard Legion. And well, they can go whatever they want. They even have a player in Archway that will cut off rotations, and now the two players inside itself have so much players to find, so many players to kill. Rage left now by his lonesome. Forrester tries to help him out. It is not looking good here, but the players have backside. They try to hold on for as long as possible, but even they run out of bullets. That's a surprising thing as well. When I saw the kills come in, I thought, yeah, there we go, the bomb site is being overwhelmed. But in fact, the two defenders on the A bomb site survived for as long as possible. It's just that the rotation was, as expected, shut down by AGF.
Very nice hit. 10-6. East side keeping super close. They'll be picking things up as they will be looking to start this run on Inferno up toward maybe even a 12-6 right now. With the way that it is going here, it's Hard Legion that are really on the back foot for the second map. Christo takes out the first already. A little bit of a response out of Hard Legion and nades to deal some damage, but not particularly too rewarding. B-site's already lost. Looking like AGF will be able to close out not just round number 11, but on the horizon is round number 12 as well. This is a brilliant play of Inferno so far.
Yeah, this is just the way it has to be here. Once AGF eliminate that player in the site, it becomes a lot easier to just win the round because of it. I mean, it's Inferno. Retaking B-side, it is so difficult at times, especially if you are a man down. The save is the most viable option, giving AGF the opportunity to get themselves 11 and maybe 12 in the nearby future. It's just that, basically, because all 4 weapons will be saved from the previous round, it is almost another force, but you could say that AGF will have to be, yet again, incredibly careful in their approach.
Hard Legion really not in the best of positions. AGF, I mean, we know they're good on Inferno. This is very, very good so far. AGF, again, full eco round facing off. Got pistols, Kevlar from the previous save up, of course, but the way that it is handled so far, it should be a fairly simple round for the T side, although we have seen Hard Legion win these types of rounds, especially on the overpass as well. They picked up one of those. We'll see what they can do with this one. AGF have those full rifles ready. See if they can bring some sort of victory. But AGF will commit toward the A side. Good little return of the nades. With plenty of time on the clock. No reason to force the hand of AGF just yet. They'll sit back super safe, make sure that they have every angle covered. There is a flashbang, or not a flashbang, actually a smoke for the Molotov, making sure that they will survive just barely inside of that corner. But yeah, a nade to finish the job. Of course, not getting out of that one alive. Good early entry by AGF, and that should be also how the round goes as well. But actually a very good read out of the T side, realizing that Hard Legion might be stacking into the bomb site, and they'll work that out sooner rather than later.
Especially now. The players from Hard Legion have begun poking around here in the A-bomb site. You see the utility being thrown out over the B side of all places. Rage gets the tag on one of these players, and yeah, now that you realize the B-bomb site is completely empty as they clear out every single nook and cranny. This is the opportunity for AGF to secure that 12th round. Some players will try to fight back. Fate is obvious. This will be the 12th here for AGF.
Bomb has been planted.
Here we go. First gun round is really going to be the telltale sign as to whether or not AGF will be closing out Inferno quicker than we might have imagined. Seems like so far the E side really wanting to get onto Dust 2. It is, again, a very close series so far in terms of these sort of map potentials, but Dust 2 looking more on the cards than ever here. And again, it's a bit of a more balanced map for both of these two sides. Hard Legion, 25 maps played, 52% win rate, 43% for AGF. So This veto, actually, there's really no comparative between either side. I mean, Overpass was the biggest sort of difference between these two squads, but apart from that, it is very closely tied up. A 12-6 first gun round to come. AWP dropped out by Kinky onto Rage. It's time for Hard Legion to start picking up these rounds, though failing to do so. And AGF will be on their road to maybe 14, 15, 6 here in this second map. And, well, I think we know where that leads. A chance of Dust 2 already on the cards.
Yeah, that's just the nature of this second half now coming to an end. Our Legion will lost string at least a few more rounds together. Force AGF on somewhat of a partial eco. Then this second map could come to an abrupt end. Nice grenade usage from Hard Legion though. Those deal players like Dafu and Team B just about 60 points of health remaining. Team B now just on 6. How is he still alive there behind the logs? I have no idea.
Low. TMV. Some damage done to Dafu as well. Good hold by Swiat, just sitting tall, and Banana does not want to give up the sort of early map control. AGF again playing super default, but definitely showing signs of life across the map entirely here, especially with Frost left so far ready. Rage. Now with the AWP looking to protect his A-bomb site. That is what he does. Gets the first. Forrester lines up a double. Secures the round pretty much for Hard Legion. As Rage will finish the job. They realise exactly where Frostlef is. They'll get away with one, but not anymore. 12-7. Hard Legion first round on the board. Vital for their survival here in Inferno.
Oh, I just cannot believe that it was that successful there. It's not like they had 3 players in the A-bomb pit or they had some great positioning. They were just on the side itself. You're thinking, well, once that side is going to be overwhelmed, AGF in a prime position to secure the victory, but they don't secure a single kill there on the bomb site itself. Sure, you have 1 kill going in favor of AGF eventually, but the bomb site held strong. That was very unexpected here from Hard Legion, clearly showing us they've got what it takes to win these rounds. Well, Rage. You've seen these attempts in the past here in Vertigo as well. At times, they were super effective, but this one, let's see. Oh, he's backing away. Oh, the timing could not have been worse. And that's 1 player down, even though they had the early advantage.
Oh, good return by Forrester. He's been a player that is showing up at this point. Fluky, though, good denial. Crad finds 2. Keeping the game alive. It's the last bullet in the chamber, I think. Takes off the head of TMB. And Hard Legion, 12-8. They'll continue the run on this CT side. Yeah, it was the last bullet in the chamber. Wow. Very nice from Crad. Keeping Hard Legion in the game for now. Eco round to come. A chance for Hard Legion to push this at least a little closer, get further toward double digits, and actually keep Inferno alive here in this second map.
It's satisfying stuff as well for AGF that they secure the kill on Rage and they already realize that, oh, we've softened up the A-side defensive. Chances are that if one player is playing that aggressively, that the other one should be somewhat far back and maybe by his lonesome. It was the right read, but it still wasn't enough for them to win the round. Well now, AGF in a position where they do have Bracket's presence here. They have some weapons at their disposal. It's nothing of great significance, but still be enough in a map like Inferno. I talked about the proficiency of the pistols here. Rage, though, is going to try and test them. Dangerous game, the op. There's the smoking coming from the side of the opponents. Now Kinky is aware of what's about to take place. AGF, they're beginning to make the commitment on the side itself. Dafu, good kill with the CZ-75. The wraparound is here. Forrester is there to back him up.
Forrester. Is it done into the 3 on, well, 2. And Forrester, he will clean house. AGF picking up a very nice little plant, but not going to influence the round. 12-9. They are on their way back here, heading into a much closer scenario. 23 frags on Dafu. This time, the rebuy will come. AGF going to be picking themselves up the full investment. Got to be able to win this one though, failing to do so. And it is AGF that will be subsequently granting Hard Legion back into double digits and more so back into the runnings of actually closing out this map and also the series to go with it.
Yeah, that's the interesting scenario right now, that we wait to bounce back for the squad of Hard Legion. Let's come down to this gun round victory though, and oh, look at this. 4 players here on the A-bomb site. 5th man, the only man there towards Banana, but this is standard stuff here in a map like Inferno to have just a lonesome defender who's playing a bit more aggressively towards Banana to gather the information if there is an incoming push or not. Interestingly enough, even though they are definitely expecting some presence at brackets, they will have one player rotate back on the B side. There's a peculiar move here from Hard Legion. Maybe this will pay off for them in the long run. Look at Brad, he's gonna peek out. Ooh, that's a wide swing. And he does go down eventually, and of course AGF, they're moving in as fast as possible. Kinky, this is perfect. He throws down the smoke grenade, and now he's going to wait for these players to come in. That's going to stall them for as long as possible, and now, as they begin to move in, Kinky's got a chance to at least get himself viewed. There's the one, looks for more. Swat is there, and these are some good frags working. Now Swat with the USB, and TMB goes down as well. Bombs dropped in a very awkward position, and it's all up to Lukey.
Perfect now is a 1-on-2. Lukey can still win this one. 15 seconds though, it's going to be a very hard task. And well, as Fire perfectly set up on the back of the fountain, Hard Legion, they are making a return as AGF now. This is where things start to get difficult. It's going to have to be an eco round for them. With the way that it is going right now, tactical timeout, their first of the game. We'll make sure that AGF have the subsequent discussion time. Looking at Inferno for this one though, alternate attacks, they're a single round away from wrapping up the victory. Seems like that one take a sweet minute to arrive though, a 1v3 in this sort of post-plant situation. Gambit seeming to make a bit of a comeback at least from 10-5.
Seems to be likely here, and that's going to be the 12th round here for Gambit Youngsters. Although, it's not going to be easy here for the Youngsters to pull off a victory on Inferno. They are playing their opponent's map pick, and we just saw how attacks just dismantled the Youngsters on Overpass. I mean, they clearly have the mental fortitude to keep on playing, which I do respect from the Youngsters, which, again, this is just a great thing on the Youngsters for a real bit, that even though as young as they might be, they still have the potential to, pull off these comebacks, try to get these wins, whereas you might think, oh, what can these young players with barely any experience do? Well, they have experience, and because of it, how sometimes come out on top in those scenarios. But let's get back here to AGF Hard Legion. Crowd is going for a bit of aggressive play here with the UMP, does deal the damage, gets himself a few, and of course it's a round win eventually for HL.
Very nice hit. Hard Legion on their way back, just a single round away from closing the scoreline to a single round tie. Oof. 5 in a row. What they've gotten so far. And then looking to make it 6 to close this one out. Hard Legion not out of the runnings yet. Single AWP for Rage. AGF going to be to take Banana control. Rage over peaks though, gets away with the first kill. Tried to guarantee a push, but not this time. Lying on the back of the smoke, just fall back at this point. No need to sacrifice yourselves, you've got to play defensive now.
Yeah, that's also the good thing that a lot more teams have been doing this early 3-man Banana setup. In this case, one of the players goes down, sure, but even AGF are more than aware that, nowadays, they're there's a much more bigger chance to face 2 players after you eliminate the first one. So they don't go into the instant commitment. They're still holding on to Banana for as long as they can. Even though you have an exchange here of Molotovs and whatnot, there is in fact the potential to take over the A-bomb side. Forrester's here. Looking brackets. Oh, that's a good shot from Chris Stone. That's even a better one from Frostlev. That opens up the side. Swide comes in. Ooh, gets himself 2. Drops the bomb carrier. Oh, the third! Massive round here from Swide. Only 4 bullets remain, and the bomb is yet to be picked up.
Oh, Lukey might have just saved it, though. Wyatt down to the 1 versus 2 here is still the corner needing to be checked, but Lukey, lifesaver, keeps the round alive for AGF as they do get round number 13. They'll break the bank of Hard Legion in the process despite the best efforts of Sviat. Not going to pay off this time. Still, with the 13 to 11 now, it's a rebuy to come, but it breaks Hard Legion. AGF chance to push themselves up to 15 here.
There we go. There's the potential to do so. Players here, Frostlev will be slowed down because of the smoke grenade. Rage has gone for this push in the past. This round is going to be a lot more patient, and his patience is rewarded. Brad, though, what is that push as well? It's so interesting. We have aggression coming in from all sides. It seems like Crad, perfect kill, and even backs away just around the corner. This is amazing. This is perfect here for Hard Legion. All 3 frags have gone their way. Not a single one for AGF.
Seems like Hard Legion still, no matter if they lose a round, they are able to sort of work the momentum back in their favor to keep the game alive. Super close yet again. Gambit Youngsters, they pulled it into overtime on the other side. That game will still be alive, and maybe this one will be too, as 13 to 12 is on the way. AGF, their money barren for a couple. Seems like they've got themselves a little bit of a sort of tech pause over there, but Gambit Youngsters keeping this series alive, it seems, as right now it is all down to overtime. This game going close as well. 13 and 12 on ours, 15 and 15 over there. Seems like Inferno. Hard to close out for both of these sides here. We'll see how it goes, but an eco round for AGF. So 13 to 13 most likely on the way.
We would also say that's just the nature of the map. Well, they are being overwhelmed by these pistol players. Good few kills come in, however. A player like Crab might get stuck in rotation, but all good. Players are here. AGF still trying to go for this one. Nice attempt. Dafu, good kill on Forrester, in fact. But overall, this round is coming to an abrupt end. Dafu, though, has the bomb on his shoulders, though, so there's the potential to just run towards the A side. That's exactly what he's going to do right now. Someone from Hard Legion has the awareness that, yeah, it's very likely he could try to go for something like that, and Rage is just going to try to get in position to try and stop a player like Dafu. Yeah, perfect angle. Should be able to deal with him in the next few seconds. Exactly that. 13 to 13.
Very nice. All tied up here. 13 apiece. Christo back into the AWP. Same for Crad, same for Rage. This is where Hard Legion are looking to try and close out the victory. They take away this one. Likelihood is that they are on their way to 15 rounds. Rage, the run boost, didn't particularly pay off there. Could have nearly lost his life. Crad, though, has to be careful on this corner. Frostlev showing signs of peeking, but Crad gets away with the kill. AGF, they cannot allow the mentality to slip right now as Rage finds the second already. And it seems like Hard Legion, they might have found that sweet spot to try and be able to overwhelm this round. TMB, good return, but a tag through the molly. 3 on 4 for the site take. Bomb can go down, but it's all about holding the site now for AGF.
Oh, they need to get that bomb down, though. That's the big problem. Finally, Player has managed to cross. We can get ourselves out of the situation when the bomb plant does commence. There's a bit of a crossfire set up here. They even have still Christo on the AWP. Oh, he misses the engagement though. Dafu with the high ground deals the damage. Now he's gonna swing out for more. He gets himself the other one. Oh, the third. Swyatt though is here, and he's aware that he has a low HP Dafu, but he wins the engagement regardless. Unbelievable. Dafu. He's been having an amazing run so far in Inferno, and it goes to show that in these very important clutch situations, Dafu comes out big.
28 frags to his name, and Dafu just proving how good that he is right now. Hard Legion straight into a tactical timeout. 100 health versus 9, and Svyatt still loses the duel. A vital round for AGF to be able to close out. It puts them that one step closer to victory. This is so close right now. As the way that this one is going, it really, like apparently the other game, has no end as of yet. Full investment. Hard Legion spend every dollar minus 100. They get just 3 M4s. Utility is low, no defuse kits. AGF have got a sweet chance of breaking the run of play and actually securing Inferno off of the back of this round.
Oh my. Investment here from Hard Legion, but it'll be problematic even with a purchase such as this. It is quite light, all things considering. And after an amazing victory like that, AGF must be feeling confident about themselves, especially Dafu. To win such an important duel. Incredible. Well, now it looks like it is a shallow round here. Oh, that is quick. Lukey, Christo, Dafu, all the kills, in fact, in favor of AGF.
What do you even do there? Nothing that Hard Legion can bring it to the round whatsoever. It is, of course, going to be 15-13. AGF have pretty much now guaranteed that we are on our way to Dust 2. With the way that this map, with the way that this round has now just gone. That is pretty much the way that it is going. Crad saving the M4. But with the bye round that Hard Legion will have to present for the next round, I don't think it'll be up to scratch to face off against the squad of AGF at this point. Good return by Crad, at least gets away with the first. Maybe a chance of TMB as he is quite low as well, so some decent damage out of the round itself. But map point for AGF as they look to take us to the third and final one of this semi-final.
It's looking likely. AGF 15-13. Another pause being taken here by Hard Legion. Absolutely do so. We got those timeouts, might as well use them proficiently and efficiently. Jeez. It's also important to understand here the importance of winning the semi-final. Here at the 9-5, the prize pool is very top-heavy. Basically, the first, it's either the victory there that you get the lion's share of the prize money, or the second finish that also gives you a big chunk of that cash. Let's take a look at what's happening here at the B stream as well. Gambit Youngsters versus Attacks. Attacks have now taken over the B-bomb side. Potential win for them, but as we can see, it's also just a neck and neck race here in a map like Inferno. I guess it's just the nature of this map. These games are always so close here in Inferno, and this one seems to be no different as Gambit Youngsters, oh no, the potential is there to maybe even put this best of 3 to a third map.
Yeah, Gambit Youngsters want to start a conversation of Train. I think one of the maps that we saw as well from Gambit so confidently shutting out Simon on Train. So, yeah, ATN, they're going to be in a bit of a difficult run of form, let's say, in terms of keeping up with the pace, perhaps. But either way, Hard Legion, they've taken the tactical timeouts necessary. Actually did choose to use 3 in a row. So fair enough. Oh, sorry, 2 in a row. But divulging on their strategies. 2 rounds to take us to overtime here in this one. single round victory from AGF to write us into map number 3. It all comes down to this one. Top banana control to be taken. Nice nades over the top. Crad already dropped down to 42 points of health. Flashbang over the top, but doesn't even consider the corner. Still, they get away with it. Inky and Crad finding a double. And that might just be enough to take us to round 30 here in this one.
Oh my. It's possible. It absolutely is right now. Great though. Oh, the Max 7 surprisingly only deals that much damage. No worries though. The round is looking very good here for Hard Legion. Lonesome Christo peeks out, but he could be and should be going down. As now, there's Forrester. Oh, this is the satisfying loss as well for the AGF side, because now that they've lost it, ooh, their investment from their own part, it's gotta be the best one out there. They absolutely need to go for it. It's the last round of regulation, but the investment of their opponents, Hard Legion, will be looking just a tad bit better.
Yeah, really, this game, now that Hard Legion have won this round, does not feel over in the slightest. There is always a chance. Seems like there is a little bit of a tech pause though. Hopefully all is good on their side. But nevertheless, they will be taking themselves a solid little run. Single round required. And all it takes, Hard Legion getting a victory here. They've got the much better buy round, yeah, definitely. With sort of a Mac 10 in there, Galil even on Christo. Definitely some weapons plaguing AGF moving into this one. But again, you look at Hard Legion themselves. FAMAS in there, not too many diffuse kits, single AWP. Not too bad. It is down to AGF. They lose this one, and they are on their way. An overtime scenario, and maybe the chance that even this game does get wrapped up here by Hard Legion perhaps. They're still putting the fight up. It's all about round number 30 here.
Round number 30. We have gone the distance, and there's two ways this can end. A victory for AGF, overtime for Hard Legion. Really impactful round right now. Dafu, a player that has shown some great strength here on the side of AGF, which is very surprising considering he's not really considered as the best player on this roster. He's put in some great work, but now he needs his teammates to step up to potentially get them over the board. Forget about Inferno. Focus fully on Dust 2. But with lack of equipment, it is going to be rather difficult for AGF. Turning back to Banana presence. Standard stuff for a lot of teams. When you are lacking for the utility, you tend to go for the Banana executes. Got a few flashbangs and Molotov, that could be enough. Ooh, Rage missing an uncanny shot. Flashbang is there. Riot swings out. Ooh, gets a few more kills, and that smoke has been popped in a perfect position. Crad, all he has to do is just ready and wait. Wait for the players to come to him. However, AGF not even considered the back row at this point. There's about 35 seconds to do so, so it's plausible they're just lingering a Banana right now, not doing anything.
Keeping things nice and tight right now. No reason to overcommit. They do have 25 seconds. Time is of the essence, but they will be looking to force their way in right now. Kinky ready though. The lineup still. They take out 2. Keeping this one alive as it will be down to Frost left. The money and the health is gone, and Crad deals the overtime. It is all done and dusted. And both games will be going to OT. Hard Legion, they've done what is necessary.
It's unbelievable as well that in this situation, look, Crad runs out of bullets. He has to go up against AK-47. You're thinking, right, Frostlife got this. He can do this. He can win this one. But he simply runs out of bullets at the worst possible time. And that is why it is 15-15. Hard Legion, one of their biggest problems, I guess you could say, was the lack of weaponry at their disposal on the CD side. They got the big guns. Rifles, they got the utility. AWP just in the hands of Rage, though. I'm surprised we're not seeing a double op setup, and I'm quite surprised to see that AGF have not gone for the op purchase themselves.
Surprising, yeah, they're just playing onto the rifles instead. Rage gets away with the first. This man is going to be so fundamental in an overtime situation for Hard Legion. Christo, through the Molotov, will get traded back, deservedly so. A menacing push there. Forrester, inside of lower pit. Couple players have crossed along the short path. Sviat taking damage, but Forrester losing the duel. Down to a 3-on-2 as that site has been taken. But look at Krad. Not even sure they're aware of his position yet. Dafu might be able to get across safely. Depends on the cross here, and yeah, they're mightily aware now. Into a 2 versus 2, Molotov down. Blocking off the angle temporarily. With plenty of time on the clock, no reason to force the hand of AGF just yet.
Oh, well, the problem is, AGF, they still need to try and get that bomb across. If only Luka was the bomb carrier, this becomes a much more winnable scenario, but at some point or another, Daffy would have to leave the safety of his cave, and well, he ends up dying in that situation. First round of overtime goes in favor here of the Russian squad of Hard Legion. 16 it is. And of course, the great thing about having overtime with $16,000, I mean, money's not an issue. You can just keep on buying guns every single time, which I think is the right way to go about it, because when it's $10,000, I mean, you end up losing the 2 rounds in a row, and the third one is where, yeah, you're kind of strung in cash, and that should never be the case in overtime. It should be a test of your might, not the test of your economy game. Ooh, Team Edo evades the flames, even the grenade. Ooh, but not the bullets. Not the bullets, though. Kinky's still gonna get him. Oh, wow.
What a start. Spot. Ooh, Kinky. Smoke was a little bit off its intended target. Just spotted out as well. Gambit youngsters. They won Inferno. They've taken it to train in the series itself, so they have a third map over there to play. This time, Hard Legion, they don't want a third map. The way that they have started at this point, it is perfect. Frost left tagged low. Forrester doesn't get the angle. Lukey, now aware of the push, though, backs away into the apps at just the right time. So far, not yet spotted out. But with damage done onto Frostleft and a 4-on-3 to play, AGF, they've got to do a lot in this round, and with 3 players out toward the A side for Hard Legion, it's going to be an incredibly difficult site take if they do wish to attempt it.
Frostlev. The apartments. Ooh, the timing is everything, though. They might think that this area of the map is completely empty. Meanwhile, Foster, I mean, he's in a great position to at least eliminate Dafu here, but as we can see, 17 seconds. I mean, the destination they're going to be going for is the A side, and that's the problem. Frostlev, he gets the frag here on Krad, and now Hard Legion will be more than aware that this is the A side hit. Actually, they're not. Right about now, they've begun to realize that, yeah, this is in fact the A-bomb site commitment from AGF. And now 3 players to face. The good thing for Hard Legion, though, even though they've wasted a lot of time, the positioning will be good in the sense that you have a player in the apartments. Very easily spot out some of these individuals here, like Frostlev, I believe, but I'll have to wait and see. If he is a little bit too deep, that's a problem. Well, now, pulls out the smoke, the worst possible time. Frostlev, good kill here on Kinky. 2 players to try and go for this one. Hard Legion will absolutely try and do so. Oh, Forrester, good kill here in 1. Now they need to eliminate Lukey. Good for the first. And Forrester, he knows no time whatsoever. And that is how the round will be won for AGF.
Such an unfortunate rotate there from Hard Legion, just for the fact that Forrester, as he pushes down sort of mid, just such an awkward piece of timing there. Allowed AGF the A site control, and well, we can see the effect of that one. AGF will take a tactical timeout as well, heading into the next round. Final one of this first half of overtime. Inferno still going to be going close here. The way that this one is set up, will Sviat maybe even go for a secondary AWP at this point? might be worth the investment just to guarantee a little bit more stability heading into the final round, perhaps. Might just be worth the investment. All sets of utility are available even with an AWP purchase. It's Crad that picks up the secondary. There we go. Dropped out by Spire. I think that's the right choice to make at this point. Get the second AWP. It will add such a more stable aspect, providing that it does pay off. But AGF, not even touching the sniper. Full sets of utility to come in a full AK rifle round for AGF. We'll see what they can do, but it's aggression that's on the tip of the tongue for Hard Legion.
Ooh, this is what you want to see around like this. Game, though, that there is no one to back him up. The grenade, though, could be lethal on Dafu. And it is. So is the op shot from Rage. This could be it. Our Legion, you just love to see it. This is the one thing I really like about this team, is just when the time is right, that's when they're going to go for the gimmicky play. Something you're not expecting, and here is a perfect display of that. Good kills in quick succession, and now they got a very winnable 4v2 in their hands. Brad, though, an early shot being deployed. He is going to try to do the repeat here. It's a dangerous game here, Crad. His team has still got a massive advantage. Ooh, missing the first shot. That's a bit uncanny for him. And so, though, he's going to move in. Oh, that's dangerous, but he gets the one and the second one.
Absolutely perfect positioning there. As soon as they realized the CT cross was clear, putting the great little piece of play to good use there. Spire closing out both of them, 17 on the board for Hard Legion. They do keep the lead, at least going into the second half of this overtime. It is the T side for HL to play. Only 2 rounds is what they need. It's got to be AGF to take away 3 in a row if they want to win overtime in its first iteration. 2 required for double OT, but Hard Legion, they want to close this out right now. They want to prepare for the grand final here. Tactical timeout to be taken. Hard Legion, I believe that is their final tac timeout. I mean, look at the leaderboard, really. You can say that Dafu's having an incredible game, but then you look at the rest of the players and, you know, they're not particularly stacking up as tall as some of these players. Rage and Crad and Kinky, I mean, even more consistent than some of the players on the AGF side, but it's still very, very close. Single AWP out for both sides. Hard Legion, they're looking to find victory here in this one.
Could be. Potentially could be here for Hard Legion. They seem to not have the best of teams. They kind of struggle in this area of the map, so it'd be dissatisfying for them, but it's good that he at least got the 2 rounds in, so got a chance here. Worst case scenario, if they fail even in this round, or the upcoming round, not the end of the world. Let's see the Christo, AWP in hand. There could be some pressure right now in from Boiler, and Pratt's feeling confident enough. Potentially go in for the push. Now Christo knows what's taking place in brackets. He's just going to leave that area of the map entirely. If you see some nade usage, some fine nade usage, in fact, from AGF. Molotov as well. Dafu's going to be forced out of position, but he does survive the engagement. And the nades goes for in. Kinky, though. Good frag here on Dafu. Will begin to make the wraparound here to the B bomb side, but TMB could be a thorn in their side as he gets the frag on Kinky. Players from AGF now have an idea what could potentially take place, but they're not 100% sure, and this is perfect. The 2 players here from Hard Legion will desperately need to eliminate TMB if they want to make this round work, because you do have Forrester in a prime position.
Ooh, a position that could be worked out here. No, he hears the sound info, gets away with the kill, now can look to pincer in, but still Christo on the flanks, keeps the round alive, a great nade. And with Forrester tagged as well, Sviat the same. This one is still open for business. Forrester incredibly low now, should not be getting out of this one. But still, able to cross. TMB falls as well, hold the line, there's a gap in the smoke, but no! Sviat sneaks across here, Forrester on the back of the smoke. Molotov is good, but still makes it out alive somehow. Forrester, oh, he even gets the kill! Christo now into the 1 versus 2, and with Forrester in CT, they've got to know where he's coming from. They do know where he's coming from. And Hard Legion, it's map and series point with 2 rounds to sit on.
My, oh my. This semi-final is definitely delivering on all fronts right now. Hard Legion what an amazing run in this round. I mean, the very end of it, so to speak. The fact that these individuals have stepped up so much. Forrester here in the end as well. Unbelievable scenes. Impressive stuff from Hard Legion. Even though they are having a difficult time to close things out, you have to admire their ability to win some of these miraculous rounds.
Even despite the nade usage of AGF, I mean, they had like 3 of those players tagged before they even spotted vision of them, but still able to get out with the round itself. And Hard Legion, yeah, like you say, a little bit of difficulty, but seems to be now transpiring in their favor. AGF seems like a little bit of a misread for now, but the Hard Legion side trying to orchestrate a fake. TMB just about crosses in time. This is a very pesky corner to play against. Do they check it is the question. Well, yes, they do. Good return by Christo. Trying for a further kill, but Kinky says no. Smokes down. There's a gap for Dafu to play, though. They won't realize it, but still, now they do. Further smoke down, B site taken, and a massive advantage for Hard Legion as they secure the site.
Bomb plan coming in. When you take on the B-bomb set with a man at disadvantage, it is always so difficult. AGF, they have to try and go for this one, as difficult as it may be. They need to try and win this one. They need to go for this. Their lives in the tournament right now, and they are more than aware of it, that they need to go. Flashbang here in the hands of Dafu will not be deployed. They're just going to go in for the kills, and it's not looking good enough. Frostlift, 1v2, the crossfire has been set up, though. Rage should be able to secure the final kill, and he does exactly that. Hard Legion secure the victory 1916, and of course, secure a spot in the grand finals.
Wow, what a play from Hard Legion. I mean, the fact that Inferno goes that close, the fact that AGF were in it all the way. I mean, Hard Legion, the comeback in regulation was solid. They put their experience to use in overtime, and AGF just weren't able to handle it on this day, unfortunately.
Absolutely so. I mean, you have to admire here the semi-final. What an amazing run it was for AGF, all things considering, right? I mean, in the early days of the tournament, the Dawn thing, is when we had the Dawn, we did have the Swiss stage. Of course, here in the playoffs as well, AGF, I mean, they were looking incredible all the way throughout. Here they falter, but you have to admire, I mean, here on Inferno, overtime, it could have gone either way. Potentially could have seen the third map. Absolutely so. So AGF, I mean, what they could take from this one is that they're a solid roster. They got a solid foundation, and I just really want to see this team play in some of the other leagues, tournaments, and whatnot, qualifiers as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I hope this squad does stick together. I mean, Dafu really turned up today. One of the players that actually, we sort of said had maybe the potential, but to drop 55 kills across the series despite losing the best of 3 2-0 just shows that he has incredible sort of potential. And yeah, I've got to agree. I do hope that sort of after all the rumors and all the turbulation of the Danish shuffle, I hope this AGF side comes out on the other side, because they're a very fun team to watch. Players like Lukey, who, consistently put up the kills, but you've got players like Dafu who turn up from time to time. TMB looking more consistent now in that secondary AWP role. Christo seems to be settling back down, but on this day, unfortunately for AGF, they can go into the sort of upcoming sort of weekend and take a little bit of a break before maybe they're playing in Dawn for Cup 2, perhaps. Who knows? We'll find out sort of in the next coming days. But for Hard Legion, they've got a little bit of a break. I mean, the thankful thing for them is that they don't have to go straight into the grand final. They've got to wait for ATN Gambit to finish their game. So they've got time to even watch the third map, and more so to prepare mentally and have a little bit of a break before getting into the grand final.
Yeah, and here, it's also going to be interesting to note how that one plays out. Gambit Youngsters, alternate attacks, third map, train of all things. Jeez, it's so hard to predict who's going to come out on top of that third one, but that is also a game. You guys probably want to tune in there right now. It's taking place there on the B stream. Take a look at who's going to be playing in the grand final, and of course, have to face off against Hard Legion, who right now, as you've seen them play, is looking solid as a rock.
They're awake and ready. We'll take a short break. Do not go anywhere. Make sure you enter the giveaways provided by Esports Millions. ukrn.io/esports millions, of course. Plenty of PC giveaways, cash bets on Unicorn, and an entrance into the €1 million prize fund for Cups 3 and 4. So go and check out all that information. We'll take a short break, though. We'll be back for the grand final. So do not go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you soon.
Initialize booting. These are your targets. You must find, capture and contain them until extraction vehicle arrives. Witnesses are irrelevant. Keep them unharmed if you can. End of a transmission. System online.